Hey everyone, this is Rex, and this is the third in my Asperger series. This one is going to be geared more towards your significant other. So, not so much for the person with Asperger's, it's more the person with Asperger's. Your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, whatever you want to call them. This is going to be geared more to them because someone with Asperger's is going to think differently, feel differently, and react differently than someone who does not have Asperger's. So, just as some history, for instance, I am right now going through a divorce. My wife could not deal with me having Asperger's, and I was just too unemotional and too distant, and she could not deal with it. She spent the last couple years trying to fix me, and I don't need to be fixed. I'm not broken. I may not be perfect, and I'm not by any means, and I may not be the man that she desires, but that doesn't mean that I'm broken. And that's a key thing that any significant other of someone with Asperger's needs to remember. Just because they react differently doesn't mean that they're broken. A person with Asperger's is going to be less emotional than a normal person. Like, most things aren't going to affect them emotionally. And in some cases, they may not even recognize their emotions depending on if they've had any previous trauma. For instance, in my life, I had a lot of emotional trauma to the point that unless I feel a strong emotion, love, joy, anger, just a very strong emotion, then during the regular day, I don't feel anything at all. I just don't. And from what I've been told, it's just a self-defense mechanism that my brain created to keep me sane. And if that's something similar with the person that you're with that has Asperger's, just remember it's not out of choice. When like my wife asked me how I was feeling, I would literally tell her the truth and that I feel nothing. She constantly accused me of lying, and that isn't the case. Some people have trauma in their lives that causes them to not consciously feel emotions 24/7, only strong emotions. And especially if they feel attacked, then they will get defensive like anyone else. And also, they will, like I went through in the last video, a person with Asperger's will tend to obsess over a certain topic. For me, it's computer games. I love my computer games. I've made some of the best friends I've ever had in computer games just because they've never judged me on how I look or how I act, or I don't know what to say sometimes. They judge me on my personality in game, how well I can play the game, how well I can interact in a group in the game, which for me it was the best social interactions I've ever had because I didn't have any expectations that were thrust upon me. I didn't have anyone wanting me to be something that I'm not. So yeah, I spent a lot of time on the computer, both for work and also because I enjoy playing these games. And if whatever hobby or interest that your partner has, if they tend to keep that to themselves, but if they truly love you and they ask you to join them in the activity, take that as one of the greatest compliments you're ever going to have. Because the person who has Asperger's isn't going to do that for everyone. They're only going to do that for someone that they truly, truly care about. I tried getting my wife involved in computer games and she just hates computer games with a passion. So that just never worked for us. That's one of the things leading to what's going on right now. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. Your relationships don't have to end in failure or pain. If you truly love each other, you can make it work. It is possible. You just have to change your expectations. Don't lower them, just change them. Just don't expect them to be a social butterfly. Don't expect them to be very talkative. They're just not going to be. And expect them to shy away from social situations. Those make us truly, truly uncomfortable. And it just puts such incredible strain and fear into us that all you want to do is go and be alone. Like, and not saying that we want to be alone from our significant other. We just don't want to be in a large crowd. Now, that doesn't mean we can't ever be in a large crowd. Like, if the person that you're with Asperger's truly loves you and you can come to some kind of agreement to something that maybe isn't so crowding but is out in public, then go for it. If you can both agree to it, but don't try to force it on them. You're just going to end up resenting it. So, if you want to talk to me more about Asperger's, my situation in particular, or you want to anything for like watching me play EverQuest on stream, the links will be down below. And I would appreciate if you liked and subscribed to the channel for more information. And I hope you all have a great day. Be safe and be well.